Welcome back to Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl, where we have a very tight game between the Guilford Vikings and the Durand Bulldogs. It is 10 points between these two. Guilford has 30, Durand has 20. We're about to start round two, which is our Rock Valley College volleyball round. But before we do that, a special thank you to Lynn Stainbrook, who is the executive director of the Rockford Public Library, but who is also our judge today, making sure that we get answers correctly. Moving on to our Rock Valley College volleyball round. Each team gets its own separate question. If you get it right, you get 10 points. If not, a separate question goes to the other team. I only want to hear from the captains. So Guilford, it's John, and Durand, it's Becky, correct? There was a coin flip previously. Durand won the coin flip. That means they're going to go first in our next round, which is Lightning, which means our first question now in volleyball goes to Guilford. Remember, I only want to hear from the captains. You can confer. We'll get to as many of these questions as we can in our volleyball round. 10 points on the line per question. Here is your first one, Guilford. What group, first led by Nathan Bedford Forrest, featured leaders known as Grand Wizards and had white-robed members who believed in white supremacy?
The KKK.
KKK, Ku Klux Klan, official name, the full name, we will take that. 10 points, Guilford. Next question for you, Durand. The RMS Titanic was built in the shipyards of what Ulster city, the capital of Northern Ireland? Time ran out there. It was in Belfast. Belfast is capital of Northern Ireland. No points. New question for Guilford. What island, originally called Van Diemen's Land, names a type of marsupial devil and is an Australian possession whose capital is Hobart?
Tasmania?
Tasmania is correct. Home to the infamous Tasmanian devil, the natural enemy of Bugs Bunny. Nice job. Durand, on to you. Carol Chopik's science fiction play R.U.R. depicts an uprising of what man-made beings whose name derives from a Czech term meaning forced labor? Robots is the answer to that. Robots. It actually introduced the word to the English language in 1920. Guilford, another question for you. What poem, whose speaker would spend 100 years praising a woman's eyes if he had but world enough and time, was written by Andrew Marvell? And the all-guy team does not know that one. To his coy mistress. A little tip, research that, use that line. There's a freebie for you guys. Next question to Durand. What area of London, which has seen a play called The Mousetrap running continuously since 1952, is the British equivalent of Broadway? The West End. That's where all those big musicals and plays run, the West End. Guilford, another one for you. What empire that began by defeating Ibrahim Lodi, the last Sultan of Delhi, was led by rulers such as Humayun, Babur, Akbar the Great, and Shah Jahan?
The Mughal Empire?
Mughal Empire is correct. Just under the buzzer there, 10 points, Guilford. New question for Durand. It was a tough one. What European country, which existed from 1949 until 1990, had a feared secret police called the Stasi?
Soviet Union.
Incorrect. East Germany. It was a Soviet bloc country, but it was East Germany. Guilford. The pineal gland produces what hormone that helps regulate sleep and is related to the skin pigment melanin?
Melatonin?
Melatonin is correct. Melanin kind of gave you a clue as to the melatonin there. That's 10 points for you. And that is the end of the round. That's the last question that we have time for. So after two rounds, halfway through our game, Guilford has 70, Durand has 20. We're going to take a break and come back with our lightning round, the fastest round in the game. Durand will be going first. Lots of points on the line. Stay here for all of that action. But first, a chance for you to play at home with our Bergstrom bonus question. We'll be right back.
What is the Irish Celtic name for the end of harvest festival traditionally celebrated on October 31st?